Hey Soul Tribe, welcome back to Diana's Magical Mermaid Tarot. Today we're going to be looking into what is the gossip on you? What is the gossip on you these days, my viewer? Let us begin. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. People feel that you're doing very well, viewer, and I'll tell you exactly how. For those of you who doubt it, I feel like, but there's the way you view yourself, right, and there's the way others view you. So, and also you may have one of those things where you've got like you can't see the forest for the trees because you're so close, you're not realizing maybe just how good you have it. That's a possibility if something is going on. But what I'm getting, the gossip on you, is that others think that things are going very well for you. Okay, investments you've made, projects you're working on are coming along well. Things are growing. Things are progressing for you. If you've made an investment, that investment is growing. I feel like you're doing so well that others are starting to compare what they have going on with what you have going on. They rate themselves by your accomplishments and your progress. I feel like when they see how well you're doing, whether it's how much you're getting paid, or what your romantic situation is like, or I don't know what it is, or maybe how you're looking, they compare themselves and say, let me look at mine. Is mine as good as viewers? Is my situation as good as viewers? Are things going as well for me as they are going for viewers? And if they feel like it's comparable, then they feel good about themselves. And if they feel like they're lagging behind, then they're like, oh, I really need to do better, something like this. So you're like, you're a barometer for a lot of people, okay? You're like a yardstick for others. That's a gossip on you. People look at you and they're like, you are an example, a fine example of progress being made. You're a fine example of things moving along well. And so others naturally compare themselves to you. Okay, this could be your looks, this could be your finances, this could be your career, this could be your relationships. I'm getting a pregnancy for just a few of you. Maybe you're pregnant and others are thinking, man, when am I going to get pregnant? When am I going to have children? Interesting. Just take that as it resonates, do the rest for others. And I do have my puppy here with me today. Her name's Lila. I did try to sort of keep her off the table, but she kept going on the table. And after a while, I got tired of resisting her. And I was like, you know what? She wants to be part of the show. I'm just going to create space for her. She can be over there. We can be over here. She weighs only 3.5 pounds. I hope you don't mind her being here. Thank you, guys. Okay, so people have also noticed that when it comes to your social life, people feel like kind of inadequate. People are feeling like you have like lots of good friends, or you have like a tight inner circle of good friends, and they kind of get jealous of that. They kind of feel a little envious of that. They feel like you got it good. You got it, there are people you can go hang out with. Maybe it's your friends, whether it's your family. I feel like someone had seen you hanging out with your friends or your family recently at an event, and they thought, man, I wish I had a nice circle of friends like that, or I wish I had family that got along as well as viewers' family does. This is people looking in from the outside, looking in. Okay, I'm also getting like on spiritual realm that your spirit guides and your angels, they get along. Like you have a spiritual support team, and they're really happy because things have been going right for you, viewer. They've been celebrating successful outcomes in your life, and they're like, cheers, viewer's doing great. We've been doing our job well. Things are going along great. I'm very happy. We're all very happy for viewer. And this is what they live for, okay? They live for your success. They live for your happiness. They want to see you succeed. I'm also getting that the gossip is that you're very attractive these days. You're popular. You're well-liked. You got a lot of charm. You got charisma. You're very warm, and you're very confident, okay? The gossip on you is that you recently, maybe you leveled up, you glowed up or something, and you're looking really nice. Perhaps you started wearing different kinds of clothes, or doing your hair a little bit differently, or got a glow up, or got some kind of upgrade in your looks. So you're looking kind of shiny and nice. The gossip on you also is that you've got someone really powerful in your corner. Someone to protect you. It could be a man, it could be a woman. You got a powerful friend or friends who have your back, who look out for you. They're looking, when you're facing one way, they're looking around your back, make sure nothing's coming at you. You're very protected. You're very protected. And you are very protective as well of your friends. That's a gossip on you. You also have a very powerful spirit guide, like a protector that kind of hangs around you, spiritually speaking. You've got some powerful energies that have your back, looking out for you. Wow. Okay, let's move on here and see what else is coming through. We got the Nine of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Well, what I'm seeing is that people feel that you very much call the shots in your life. Okay, people feel that you are totally content. You're totally content. You're in charge of your life. I don't want to say you don't need no one, you don't need nothing, but it kind of seems that way to a lot of people. They feel like all your wishes are fulfilled. You're sitting pretty. You may have animals in your life that you take that are very good companions for you. You may live in a nice neighborhood. You may live by by the beach or a creek or a river or a lake or something. Or you may have a swimming pool in your complex. You just like sitting very pretty. And you have very nice things going for yourself. You have a very rich spiritual life. I feel like people, you're kind of picky about friends, possibly, or picky about your social life because you are very socially supported. And for you, it's not about numbers; it's about quality over quantity. Okay, so maybe you got a few good friends, and even if you're a bit of a loner, what I'm getting is that people feel that you have your spirit guides, your guardian angels. You have such a strong connection with them. It's like they're your friends. Okay, you have friends in them. Okay, even though they're on the spiritual realm and kind of they cross. There's a connection there, of course. It's very palpable. Your connection with them is so powerful, so strong that it's like you have lots of friends. And so you're very picky when it comes to mortals or the earthly realm. The people who can become your friends are the ones who come clean, come correct. They mean well. They worked on their shadow aspect. Their shadow aspects are not in control. They're in control of their shadow aspects. They have some things correct. They have things correct within them. They're very balanced people, and they know that they just have learned certain lessons, and they're not going to be trying certain things with you because you're very confident viewer. You're very like you have your stuff together. You don't need to hate on others to feel good. You don't need to be jealous. You don't get jealous. You don't get this. You don't get that. You're not petty. And so therefore you don't like to be with people like this. You don't like to hang out with people like this. And so if people have not overcome those kinds of behaviors in themselves, they cannot hang out with you. They can't. Okay, because you get tired of it. And also you don't have to put up with it. You are rich. I'm telling you, you have either a nice group of really good friends who care a lot about you, or you have or you have a very strong connection to your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, whatever it is, and you have friends. You're well backed. They're looking out for you. You have a powerful ally or allies in the spiritual kingdom, the spiritual realm, and the physical, okay, that are looking out for you. You call the shots in your life. That's another piece of gossip on you, okay? You are not being told what to do, okay? If you're going along with something, it's because you've evaluated it as, okay, this benefits me, or this is a good thing. You're not just being dragged along. No, that is not the gossip. The gossip on you is that, it's like you assess things, okay? You have your comfort zone where you like to stay, and when it's time to, venture out and do something different, or maybe do some certain activities, or invest yourself in other people, or strike out and be bold and do something different, you assess it and you decide. There's a decision point. You're not shoved into anything. You're not pressured into anything. You evaluate, and then you make your move and decide if it's worth it for you. Okay, that's the gossip on you. The gossip on you, my beautiful viewer, is that you have a lot going on for yourself. Okay, you just have a lot going on. Okay, same cups here. I'm seeing here. You may live in a good home, or a nice home, or a nice neighborhood. You're powerful. You're magical. You eat healthy. You are either well loved in a relationship, and you love yourself. So you're not walking around with low self-esteem, looking for people to validate you. Of course, we all need confirmation, of course, from time to time, and we'd be foolish not to look for confirmation. That means we're in a little bottle trap talking to ourselves. That's kind of dumb. So it's good. You are pretty balanced. You do talk to others. You do connect with others. You do confer with your spirit guides. But at the same time, you are very grounded. You're very grounded within yourself. You're well read. That's a gossip on you. You're really intelligent. You have a lot of information, a lot of access to info. You may have a garden, or be into plants, or have pretty plants at your place or something. Or you're in touch with nature. You go for walks in nature. I'm also getting that part of why you're sitting pretty is because you have someone very powerful, a very powerful ally in your life. You maybe have a very affluent boss or employer, or a business partner, or even husband or wife, or a life mate or life partner. Your activities lead to abundance for you. Okay, you may be very successful in business, in the world of business. That's what the gossip is on you, or that you are on your way to becoming so, because this is coming up for you. It cannot be ignored. So if you feel like you're not quite there yet, understand that it's manifesting for you. Or there, the gossip on you is that the current gossip is that you have a strong sense of leadership. You have security in your life. You're very disciplined. Okay, and this sense of discipline, this sense of reliability that you make for yourself ensures that you're going to be wealthy, or that wealth is yours. Basically, wealth can be yours before it's actually appeared. Before it's materialized on the physical. So if you are like, I'm not like, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're telling yourself, well, I'm not that, what's that word? Anyways, affluent or well off, know that you are creating that for yourself. That's a gossip on you, viewer. Okay, we're getting the Page of Swords, my bad. The Three of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So I feel like people are spying on you, and I don't mean to alarm you, my beautiful viewer. I don't mean to alarm you on this, but I do feel like people are all up in your business. Ooh, my lighter fell off the table here. Let me correct that. Yeah, people feel that you are acting and carrying yourself in such a way that makes people feel a little dumbfounded. Okay, they're just kind of like, what the hell? How come? How dare? This is so crazy. How dare viewer be acting like this, acting like they're the boss of their situation? Don't they understand their quote unquote their place? There are some people who are dumbfounded by how you seem to be calling the shots in your life. You're not beholden to anyone or anything. They don't understand maybe how you can be like this. I don't know. Maybe I don't know why that's coming up. But anyways, I'm seeing that people are asking questions about you. People are curious about you. They want to know how it is that you're so empowered and in touch with your life. Okay, they want to know how it is. How come you are like, your investments are growing? How come things are progressing for you? How come you're in charge? Okay, how come you're calling the shots? People want to know how you're pulling this off. They're curious about you. Okay, that's the gossip on you. The gossip on you is that people are asking about you. The gossip on you is that people want to know the truth about you. They're communicating. They're alert to you. People are watching you and paying attention to you. Okay, the gossip on you, my beautiful viewer, is that you have good foresight. Okay, you take charge of your situation. You look ahead and you're like, okay, I can see this coming. I think that if I do this, I'll get these results later on down the line. If I do this, I'll be here. People feel like you're good at strategizing. You're good at looking ahead. Okay, putting things together for yourself. That's the gossip on you. People are also saying that you are very reliable. You're someone who can be depended on. That's who you are by and large. I don't care what's been happening. Okay, that your reputation is that, well, hey, viewer is one of the reliable ones. They really are. Okay. Also, people are saying that you're maybe exploring certain options. You're trying to do something in the world of commerce or business. People are curious about this, what it is you're doing for what you're investing yourself in. The gossip on you also, my beautiful viewer, is that you're very ambitious. Yeah, you're very ambitious and you're going places. You're going places. Yeah, that's what people are saying about you. That you have destinations, you have strategies, you have a plan. Okay, that you are focused and you're very diligent. You have a strong desire, and it's causing you to focus on a certain opportunity. You're applying yourself practically. You're studying, perhaps even going to school, and you're focusing on your goal. Okay, you're the opposite of lazy. You're like very hardworking, very focused. You're not playing around with things. You're following a plan. You have a map, and you're sticking with it. Okay, you're not here today, gone tomorrow. I feel like you're really worrying people. People are really worried about you. Can I get more on this Nine of Swords, please? Could you please clarify this Nine of Swords for me, Spirit? Why are people worrying about my viewer? If you're enjoying this reading and you're finding that some of this is really, we're on the money here about a lot of what's going on with you, let me know in the comment section, okay? I'd love to chat with you. I read all comments. Four of Wands. Something to do with you reaching your goals. You are reaching your goals. I feel like people are feeling left behind when they think of you. That's a gossip on you, is that it's like, people, you're moving forward in life, and others feel like they're feeling left behind, like when it comes to the reaching certain goals in life. Interesting. Okay, spirit guides, what is the gossip on my viewer? Why are people worrying about my viewer? Why are people worrying about my viewer? Thank you. Why are people worrying about my viewer? Let me know, spirit guides. Thank you for the accuracy. I can feel it. Spirit guides, why are people worrying about my viewer? Wow, the message is very specific. Okay, let's set this down over here. Let's see what's going on. We got the Queen of Cups and we have the Hanged Man. Wow. So I feel like people are worried about you because they're realizing that you are willing to let go. You're willing to make sacrifices, like hard sacrifices, and detach from the outcome of things while you mature, while you gain certain benefits. Perhaps you're in school, you're letting yourself undergo almost like a painful, very uncomfortable, awkward process. Maybe on your way to becoming a therapist, or on your way to becoming a psychic or an intuitive, or becoming a wife or a mother, or I don't know, or I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe people are really worrying about you because you're detaching, to surrender, to let go. Maybe you used to be more loving, more warm, and you stopped being like that. You're more detached now. What? Perhaps they feel like you used to be so giving, so sweet, so kind, and now it's like you have more of a wait and see attitude. You've let go of them. You're no longer trying to serve them and make them feel good about themselves anymore. You've kind of detached. Okay, interesting. Let's get more information about this. When it comes to this Knight of Swords, where's it coming to us? Very specific message. Wow. Huh. Okay. We have the Star. You're leveling up. Oh my gosh. You're leveling up. People are worrying because you're a healer. You're a healer. But instead of focusing on healing them or something, you're more like doing your own thing, or you put things on pause. Okay, you put things on pause, and it's like you are no longer offering them hope. You're no longer being their hope. Who is feeling like this about my viewer, spirit guides? Who is feeling like this about my viewer? Who is feeling like my viewer is detaching? Who's feeling like my viewer is detaching? Oh, it's very specific. Wow. Okay. This is someone who viewed you as an opportunity. Someone who viewed you as a financial opportunity. Someone who viewed you as a source of prosperity for them. They feel like they missed their opportunity with you. There's a sense of financial loss. I feel like you were dealing with someone. Maybe you used to be a client or a customer, or maybe you used to date someone, and you do very well for yourself, and you kind of detached yourself from this person, or detach yourself from these people, whoever they are, and they are feeling worried about you because it's like you're no longer bringing that opportunity to them anymore. And on top of that, you're a very healing presence, a very loving presence, and you're now detaching yourself from these people. Wow. Interesting. All right, let's move on to your oracle cards. Let's get a bit more information there. So, what is the gossip on my viewer? We have Oracle of the Radiant Sun. What is the gossip on my viewer these days, Spirit? What is the current gossip on my viewer? Oh, we got a couple here. We have Convention, okay, and Originality. People feel you're very unique, but you also are. It's like you're a half and half, right? You're doing things in a way that's expected, but you're doing it in a unique way. You're doing it your way. You may have invented something, and people are like, "Whoa! Did you see what viewer came up with, or maybe you've invented a certain way of doing a particular thing that others do a certain way, but you're doing it differently. Okay, we've got Venus in Capricorn. Yeah, people feel that you're really loving your sense of ambition these days. You're working. You are ambitious. You are ambitious. That's a gossip on you. And there's something you invented, something that you put together. We have here Mercury in Aquarius. This is about, Mercury is about communication, your intellect, your reasoning, coupled with Aquarius, which has to do with your uniqueness, right? You're coming up with something no one else has, your sense of vision. You're communicating something very original or unique that others have not seen before, especially when it comes to the realm of business, when it comes to the realm of your career, okay? So people feel that you're like a bit of a genius. You're very original. You're very unique. You're doing something people haven't seen before. Wow. Okay, that's very interesting. What is the current gossip on my viewer? What's the current gossip on my viewer? Okay, we're going to keep going. Spirit, speak to me in twos. What is the gossip on my viewer? Okay, great. We have discrimination. Okay. That is Venus in Virgo, and we're getting harmony, which is the sun in Libra. People feel that you're really paying attention to details. The gossip on you is that the details behind what you do are spectacular. They are spectacularly beautiful. The details behind the things you do, the things you say. Okay, you're not a sloppy, shoddy mess, okay? You are the opposite. Very, very intricate, beautiful things are linked with you, okay? You're also viewed as very attractive, is what I'm getting. That you take good care of all your little details. Like maybe, for instance, if you're a woman, you might be, you might do well on taking care. You might get your nails done, or if you don't get your nails done, you take good care of your fingers, your nails. You do your hair, you have certain details, you do give a damn about your appearance, and you do a very good job of it. Also getting that you might be very attractive physically. People are also saying you may have a bun in the oven, like maybe it could be a pregnancy, or it could be, the gossip on you could also be that you have something that it's in the works. There's some sort of project that you're working on that's in the works. Getting that from before. The sun in Libra. Got balance and harmony. Yourself. Yeah. You just have it together. You're a very balanced creature, and when it comes to who you are, you take very good care of yourself. People are saying your skin looks really good. That your tummy looks trim. That's a gossip, is that your tummy is trim. Your skin looks good. You're just radiant. You're radiant right now, like the sun. Right, like the sun. Let's get a couple more. What is the gossip currently on my viewer? Gossip currently. I'm getting a lot of winged creatures too, which implies to me a lot is being said about you right now. Oh my goodness. Also, people feel that you have the ability, a very powerful ability to move, to leave. You're never stuck anywhere. Okay. There are lots of messages being sent about you at this time. Okay? Maybe you're sending out lots of messages, is what I'm getting. Let's get a last set out of this oracle deck. What is the gossip on my viewer? What is the gossip? Okay, let's take a look at these two coming through. We got flattery. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's interesting. We have Venus in Gemini. Wow. People think you're very good with words. People think that you speak really, really well. You carry yourself really, really well. You're very good at communication. Okay? You're very good at saying what people want to hear too. That's what people are saying. They're like, man, the viewer knows all the right things to say. Like you know how to, maybe you're very convincing. People feel that you're very convincing. People feel like you know how to say whatever you need to say to get what you want. The gossip on you is that you're able to take on whatever mannerisms or characteristics you need to take on in order to get by and put on the right impression for others. That you are not two-faced necessarily, Maybe some people are saying you're two-faced, but I'm getting that people are saying that you got two sides to yourself. You know, on one day they may catch up with you, and depending on the situation y'all are dealing with, they'll see a certain side of you. But if you have a different type of situation, they'll see a different side of you then too. Okay, so you're able to adapt and adjust as needed. We have Mercury in Pisces. Mercury is communication, intellect, and we have Pisces, which is the emotions, faith. You're a good balance. You're a good balance. People feel that you are very smart. Okay, you're very brainy. Okay, you're a brainiac. Okay, I'm getting that with the genius. You're a bit of a genius. People can tell you have high intelligence. You got a high forehead, maybe even for some of you. I'm also getting like, but they've also noticed that you have faith. You have spirituality. So therefore you have a balanced spirituality. They don't feel like you're so extremely spiritual and religious that you're cuckoo nuts. But they feel that you balance your spirituality out with logic, okay, and the intellect. So you have like an intellectual spirituality. What? That's very interesting. That's great. Sounds like me. If it doesn't make sense, I leave it. If it makes sense, I try to weave some type of understanding. You know, I know that there is some room for mystery in spirituality, but you know, and we can't possibly intellectually grasp everything. But at the same time, I'm not going to be believing in things that just sound like utter nonsense. You know, so it has to be backed with intellectually or alchemically, with alchemical knowledge or intellectual knowledge. Wow. People are also saying that you have a certain poise, a certain grace. The gospel on you is you have a certain poise, a certain grace in which you carry yourself whenever you go out, whenever you're seen. You're a lady or a gentleman. You know, you're not a hobo. You're not a. I'm sorry, I'm not saying hobo. You know, like an insult, but like you can be homeless and take regular showers and dress well and carry yourself well. This is not about your state of homelessness or whether you have a home or not. This is about the way you carry yourself. Is very classy and very refined. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and look into your last set here. Then we'll wrap up this reading. So, what is the current gossip about my viewer? Oh, she's being such a good girl, being so quiet. I think she really likes it here. Lila really likes hanging out with you guys, okay? Let me know what you think of Lila in the comment section if you want me to keep her, especially when I'm hanging out with her and she insists on sitting on the board. Let me know what you think, okay? Thank you. And Lila's name is spelled Lila, by the way. Alright, so what is the current gossip about my viewer? What's the current gossip? Okay, let's take a look. We have origin. Ooh, looks like you're some type of business or you've started some type of idea. Or there's something new growing with you. Okay? For one or two of you, this could be pregnancy. But I feel like for most of you, this is like a business or structure or some initiative or some new activity or hobby. Perhaps you started gardening. And I kind of picked up on gardening earlier. You may have a garden that you've been getting involved in. People are really worried because of this new business that you're doing. They feel backed in a corner. They feel like, oh no, now the pressure is on. I gotta now start doing what viewer is doing, or go find something that represents me that I gotta start on my own. Like the pressure's on. People really are comparing themselves to you, viewer. Like everything you do, it feels like if you just think, well, you know what, I'm gonna start. I need to start growing my own food. I'm going to take a plot of land, maybe even start doing little barrels or buckets in my patio or my balcony or in my backyard. I'm just going to get a little area here and start setting up some drums. I'm just going to start growing my own salad or growing this or that. And you're just thinking thoughts like, I need to be more self-sufficient, right? I need to just have some plants or something growing in the house so I'm not completely and entirely dependent on the grocery store. And I can have a source of organic food that I trust. You're just thinking thoughts like that, but they're thinking, oh my gosh, what is viewer doing? Are they doing this? What does that mean? Do I gotta do that too? So these are people who measure themselves by the activities of others instead of looking within themselves and looking at what they need next, right? It should be about that, not about comparing yourself to others. So I feel like someone's feeling backed into a corner by something that you're doing. I don't know. It could be a business that you're growing. Interesting. Okay, let's keep it moving. Okay, so we have homeless. I was just talking about that. I just say something about homeless. About, it's not about whether you have a home or not. It's just about how you dress and carry yourself. That's interesting. I don't think that the gossip is that you are homeless. That's not it. The gossip is that people look at your situation and feel like they're not being fed. They don't have a source of something that's taking care of them. Okay, I feel like these people feel like they don't have a spiritual home like you do. They feel like someone is loving on you. You have a love home. You have a spiritual home. You have a home of people. You may have someone in your life who cares about you, serves you things, takes care of you, and people may be feeling lack in this regard. There's someone feeling lack. And the gossip on you is that you're being taken care of. The gossip on you is that you have a home. The gossip on you is that you're being tended to by the Holy Spirit. That when you pray, you have a spiritual home where you connect with your spirit guides, and that things are going very well for you in this regard. Wow. What is the current gossip on my viewer? Okay, fantastic. That was quick. We have hesitation. Okay, interesting. And saving. All right. So the gossip on you, viewer, is that the current gossip is that you make good decisions. You make good decisions. You're not confused. You know who you are. You know where to invest your energy. Okay, you're not still trying to think about where should I invest my energy? Should I invest it here or there? Should I do this? Should I do that? You know exactly where you should be investing your energy. You know exactly where you should be investing your money. And people feel that you're building for the future already, for when you're old. There'll be something there for you when you get older. So people are feeling, while others are feeling undecided and like, I don't know if I should do this or that, you're already putting stock in a particular area. You seem certain. You know what it is you're doing. You're headed in that direction. You're investing in your health. You're investing in your finances. You're investing in a relationship. You're investing together with someone else. You have a good investment partner. You're collecting. You're preserving. Okay? Wow. All right, let's take a look. Let me pull another oracle card. I feel like doing one more set. Okay, what is the current gossip? What's the current gossip on my... Okay, we have change. Okay, you may be changing something about your environment. You may have bought a new car, or relocated. Maybe you relocated away from a home or a job. You may have moved on from someone or moved on from something. We have child. Yeah, you're no longer a child. People are saying you've grown up. People are saying you've left childish things behind. You recently left your family's home. Maybe you used to live with your parents, and you were like, all right, I'm good now. I'm gonna go ahead and get my own. I've got my own place. I've got my own house. I've got my own apartment. I've got a roommate or whatever, and I'm gone. So people are noticing this about you. People are also noticing that you're leaving childish things behind. Maybe there was something you used to do a lot, like maybe you used to go to the arcade a lot, even right up into your 20s or something. But people have noticed you stopped doing that. Some activity that you've abandoned. People also feeling like maybe your life is about to change because there's a child entering it. Maybe you recently adopted a child, or you're pregnant, you're about to have a baby, or you're about to become a parent, or they're noticing you ran into some people who the last time they saw you were a kid, and now you have a kid. So there's gossip about you on this front. We're getting these two. They flipped. We have official person and high honor. So you may have reached some type of status. You may have graduated and gotten a degree, or you may have gotten a certain job recently. Your career was upgraded and you have a certain title. People are noticing this about you, especially coupled up with high honors. People feel that you have reached some type of high accomplishment. You've accomplished something major in your career or in your status in life. Okay, perhaps you recently got married, or you recently got a job, recently got promoted, or you recently got some type of honor placed upon you, or received some type of award. Okay, or maybe you won in a competition or a contest and you were the winner. Something like this. You're being celebrated. You're being celebrated. The gospel on you is that you're being celebrated before your accomplishments. Okay, you're being viewed as someone with high standing, with status. Okay. You may have like an online media presence, or you may be very accomplished when it comes to your career or something. Okay. or maybe an organization that you belong to. You're a high-standing member, or you're being recognized for something. People recognize you as being someone who's high-ranking in some manner. Wow. Okay, let's keep it moving. Last few cards here. Okay, we have journey. Again, this whole thing about taking a trip or moving on or leaving people behind. People are feeling left behind by you. People you grew up with, that's possible. We have pathway. People feel that you found your way in life. You're transforming. You're going on the way that you were meant to go. Okay, this is like a coming of age story coming through for some of y'all. People, the gossip on you is that, well, viewer has figured out who they are and what they want to do, and they have moved on, and they've moved on, and they've gone about their way. They know what they are about. They transformed. They moved on to their next level in life, their next phase in life. They've moved out of the neighborhood they grew up in, or they've left their parents' house behind, or they, maybe had struck certain career success and they're on to their next thing. I also feel like, I just caught on to this, is that people feel that you're very generous, you're very kind. Perhaps you give charity, you help people. In fact, you're like almost too generous. Some people feel like you're too generous. Yeah. Some people have said that the gossip on you is that there are times when they're, like, I'll give you an example. Maybe someone's feeling down in the dumps, and you're the type to be like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Just checking in on you, and all that. And I know I got kind of like detached energy before. I feel like that was from a particular person. And in general, people feel that you're very generous. In fact, they feel like, your heart is so big that when you're giving, you don't measure. And people are like, oh, no, that's enough. No, I'm good, viewer. Oh my gosh. Because they feel like they don't want to feel beholden. But at the same time, they feel like they have to stop you because it's like you're just giving so much. And they can't possibly bring themselves to take that much from you. And they have to stop you. And so the gossip on you is that you don't hold back when it comes to caring for those who are truly in need. Truly in need. If they're in need of emotional support, you pour. If they're in need of financial support, you give as much as you can. All this is going on. Where others are hesitant, you tend to you invest. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you, my beautiful viewer. If you enjoyed this message, please give it a thumbs up. Okay, guys, drop me a mermaid emoji down in the comment section if this reading found you at the right time. Thank you for watching, and take very good care of yourselves, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye!